I'm fishing down at Mornington Peninsula today. I wasn't meant to be fishing, but I've always got my rods in the car, and we're going to visit some people who aren't available. So got about an hour and a half, and because they're not great conditions, tide is moving out, but there's a bit of a breeze and it's overcast. That's pretty good. But you know, fishing to an outgoing tide, it's not the best, and the wind has been up and down. So sometimes it's been very heavy, and so it's been blowing the casts everywhere, and sometimes it sort of drops completely, so you sort of hit the mark, but it means that your casts are going everywhere, so your burley is going everywhere. I don't expect to get much today, but it was just nice to get down by the water, and because it's been a bit cooler today, there's not many people around, so it's nice to have the beach to myself. I'll see how we can go. It'd be nice to winkle out a couple of, or at least pretty much anything. Maybe there might be a northbound. If I'm lucky, there could be a bream. So see how we go. Okay, let's get it out there. My marker is straight ahead. It's that buoy, that yellow buoy out there, that yellow marker. Get it out there. Okay, in line. Nicely done. Set that up. Little Tommy Ruff.
Want to get closer?
Yeah. Little Tommy Ruff hit that shortly after it landed. So put this guy back. So I've got the burley out, cast in the same spot, and then I've just hooked into this nice little bream here, and I'm very happy about that, just simply because I didn't think there was going to be any fish around today. Now, I think it's tangled over my other line as well. This is getting a bit curious. Okay, probably another bream by the way it's fighting. No, it's not. No, it's oh yeah, it is. It's a bream. It's a bream. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, this is about third time I've caught one sort of about that size. They're nice and chunky, so quite a good fish. There we go. Well, I've just caught another one. This one's a little bit smaller, and I think I'll return it. But I've just got two in about 15 minutes after finally getting my cast accurate and getting a bit of burley in the area. So that's not too bad. And you know, I didn't have that much time to fish, but got another one. So yeah, pretty good. Well, I've come back from that short fishing stint, and look, it was really good fun. Hour and a half or so, got a couple of fish, got a nice bream. Be having those for dinner tonight. Actually got 3 in total. I put one back, it's a bit small. But the thing that really made the difference today was accurate casting, the right bait, and the burley. Now, the conditions were generally pretty poor for catching fish, so I wasn't expecting too much, but I knew at least if I had good bait and the right burley, I'd give myself a fighting chance. I used my bite hard burley, and it works really well on these waters. So down in anywhere in the Mornington Peninsula where you want to fish, you want to bring in you know, just everything, every fish in the local waters in the bay, the burley will work on those. So I used that. I used prawns today, and they worked really well. The casting was a bit hard. Now, the accurate casting is really important. You want to put your burley in the same spot. So you build up some burley, attract those fish to that spot. The wind was giving me a few challenges, you know, because it had come quite windy and then it dropped. So sometimes you're trying to compensate for the wind, and then it would drop. Okay, so you cast off in a different direction, or the wind would pick once you've cast, it would pick up your burley cage and terminal tackle, and then sort of swing that away to the side. So once the wind actually died just that little bit and I could get a bit more accurate, that's when the bites came. So I got the 3 fish within about half an hour. So for an hour, a couple of little bites and things, but nothing really to indicate that there were too many fish about. And then the last half hour I got the 3. Now I couldn't stay any longer because we're doing other things today, but I it's always great to get out there and catch something, and we got a couple of fish that good enough for dinner. So just remember those things though. You've got to have good bait, and the prawns that I got, I had bought fresh from the supermarket. They were beautiful prawns, and I basically just used about, I had a size 4 bait holder hook, and I used probably about a third of a large prawn tail on that, and the fish loved it. Now I did have a number of other things happening at the time. There was a little toadfish in it that I was catching, and I was noticing at times when I brought the bait back in that it had been, clearly it had been touched and picked and eaten by small fish, possibly toadfish or possibly other very small fish. So you do lose a bit that way, and the prawns come off easy. But all in all, that's what really got me the fish today. So it's worth considering those things. Do it right and you'll get some fish, even on what would be a pretty hard day, even at the wrong time of the tide. Well, I just caught another one. Yeah, getting a few this size. So they're just undersized, but put up a good fight. And on a day that I didn't think was going to be that good, it's worked out pretty well. Okay, I've just caught this bream here. Now this is a big one. I reckon this thing's about 1 kilo size. It's amazing. It went quiet for a long time, and then all of a sudden this just sort of hit hard. Hit on a piece of prawn, and it is a beautiful big fish. Well, another one. This one's a little bit smaller. I'd say it's just undersized. Right, so this is the last one I've caught today. Just caught it here in Dromana, and this one here, I reckon it's going close to about, I don't know, 3/4 kilo or so. Caught it on the prawn, okay, and made sure I used burley, cast in the same spot, and when you do that, you can get fish of this size. So it's worked out really well. There you go. So that's the end of the day for me. Thanks.